Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I've decided to come on here today to show you more of my books. I've got some more books to show you, okay? So here we go. Now this one here is one of my very good favourites. I've had this for many years. Sorry about all the surroundings, but I can't. If I take that in a spot, you won't be able to see the book. And this is by Sue Newhouse. I think she's done a few others as well. I don't know if I've got any more of hers. I could do. And I have done something like the front bit. I'll show you which one I did out of this. Now this one is creative embroidery, right? And there's a lot of stitches for 94 I got this one, so that's 20 years old. There's a lady climbing up a hill, a mountain, with her, and that's all stitched. Now all this is all stitched, but it's also got pieces of tree in there, like timber, real branch pieces. Lots of fabric. And this one here is painted on the back, and it shows you all in here about painting your backgrounds as well. Which is good. There's a haystack, lots of straight stitches, isn't there? And this one here's like for in the water, and the lilies there, so that's nice. There's a mountain there, and there's got all these little flowers there. And this one here's really nice too. I like that there one. Is really nice, isn't it? There's painting and the whole lot, you know. But this is all thread, all that stitched. This one here's all thread except for the little shovel thing, fork. There's these sort of things here where you put your own stones on there. She's made little stones. I think these stones are made, selling with fabric and a brick wall, and that is something like I was thinking about making, which I'm actually working on at the moment. It's not exactly the same, but it has a little bit of the same. I just pick it. I'm doing my own thing. And then when I went and looked at it, I thought, oh dear, there's this thing. So here's all your stitch guides, right? And that in there. And then there's another field, and this is the one I did here. I actually embroidered that one, and it's on the wall out there. I didn't do this. That's hers. I did a small. I did the same size as it is the actual work. And these little flowers were made on fabric that you buy, and then you put it into water and the fabric disappears and you've still got the little flower left behind, okay? So that's really cool. It says, anyway, I can't really sort of read it all to you, but it's because there's a lot of reading there, but this is really nice, this book. But anyway, so it showed all the steps to do in this. And these daisies, I'm sure I did them on that disappearing stuff, because that's what I used anyway. Let's have a look on the other side and see if it is. No, maybe not, but that's what I did with mine, because then I just put them on there and they're sort of dimensional a bit. So there's another. This is nice with these fluffy purple things on here. There's thistles. Nice fluffy thistles. These are nice ones too. Look at that. There's no work on that. Landscapes. And see, they've got painting in that behind them too. She's painted the fabric first. I also did that. And plus you've got layers of fabric too behind some of them. You put your layers down like one sort, then a sheer one over the top, and you know, just for your work. See how the satin here is pushed up, and that's so it can be looking like snow. And this one here is on different levels. That one there, it's chiffon. It says pieces of chiffon. This one here, I think this is satin. And then there's this one here, and see you can see there's other fabric on there first, you know. And you use your stiffened fabric, and these things here are made out of material, the leaves. But it tells you all how it's done. making and using miniatures. And I've done a few of those. I intend to make some, well, I like doing the apples. I think I don't know, she's maybe just a bead, is it? Oh, they're modelling clay. They're made out of modelling clay, those little ones. This one here says different sorts of fabrics look for the fire, and that is a crochet chain stitch, stitches together to make the tree. Okay, looks lots of interesting ideas. You don't have to make your thing the same as these, but you get the ideas, and that's what I do. And that's why I like a book. I can get my ideas from the book. And these got they're actual rocks, I think she's got there. Some of them, you get a piece of cardboard and you cover it, and like these here, for example, I think these are made from covering with some, let me see, silk stones. They are. They can be used to make silk stones. You get your silk fabric and you paint it probably, and then you cover your cardboard or whatever, and you make your stones and your sorry about that, and the fence. Look at this one here. This is cool, isn't it? There's a window, and there's another one there. Look at that. I do like that. Like that window there and outside. This one here is a nice one. And the bricks are made by doing a whole heap of French knots into the shape of the brick onto what looks like she's made the wall, and then put the bricks on it, like painted it, and then put your bricks on. And there's how to create a distance by putting them behind one another. Look at this elephant. Isn't he amazing? He's amazing, this elephant. It does show you in here how to do all these things, okay? And look at that. A tunnel. That looks cool, doesn't it? Shows you how to do that too, how to make it look like it's real. And that's not hard. You know, that's just the way you cut your fabric and what the colours you use, eh? There's another one. These look really nice, don't they? That's Anne Hathaway's cottage there. Okay. This is nice. This is a piece. You've done the back bit, and then you do the front piece, and then you put that over top of there. Look at that. Well, you can sit there and, I don't know if you can read it. But anyway, this is a really good book, and it has got how it's all achieved in the front bits here. You know, she shows you, tells you all about how it's done. Well, I think it is anyway. I hope that's what I'm showing you, because I figured out how to do it anyway from looking at those. So that's really nice, that book. There's another one. And then I've got this one here that's textured embroidery. This was probably one of the libraries. Maybe not. I'll have a look. This is Jenny Bradford's book. Yes, it was. It's been cancelled. It was a library one. And she's got there's a lot of stitches in here and a lot of instructions and things, and I'm just going to show you just the colour bits in the middle, okay? Because that's all instructions and things. And this is really old and nearly worn out. I've had this a long time. Library had it first, then I have it. So this is showing you how to do your, what's the name? These cast on stitches, those ones. Mostly cast on stitches. These ones are not, but you know, there's all them instructions for those. Then she has a few different projects that she's done with them. At the top of the box is a teddy bear, fully French, not teddy bear. Looks like he might be, yeah. And then there's all them French knots on that. That looks really nice, doesn't it? That's pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not even showing you, am I? And this one, I don't know why. If I go up any higher, you're not going to be able to see it up close enough. And then there's a tree. Look at that tree. Isn't that a magnificent tree? And it's needle painting. You know, that's because it's all done in stitches, the shading and all that sort of thing, you know. But through here, it's all the projects that's in here. Ideas for you to do yourself, and you know, just everything. So that's that one. I don't know how old that is, but it's not. It's been about for a while. It's really, it's seen better days, I can tell you. It says 1993. It says 1993. Okay. Now, what else do we have here that I haven't shown you yet? Let me see. I have these ones here. This one here is a beaded crazy quilting one. I'm sorry about that light. If I take it away, you might not be able to see what I'm doing. No, I'm not going to touch that because it's going to burn me then. I'll just leave this one here for a minute. So we've got this one here by Cindy Gorder. Now, I've done a lot of this before, this beaded crazy work, because I have an actual full bag made out of this. An handbag that I made years ago using this style of stuff. And then I found this book. But anyway, look at that lavender. Okay, so that's made with beads. And we are doing a bead one next week, but I don't know yet which thing we're going to do. We have another bead class next week, we do, so we'll have to work on that. This shows you, this is all embroidery stitches over that side. It shows you these step-by-step things on how to put on the beads. And there's a bag for your phone. You can tell by the phone that it must be a little bit old, this book. This one here shows you how to put your beads on, fasten them down, how to make the bag. There's a journal cover. Way back then. How long ago was that? I'll have to have a look. A journal cover. 2005 this was published. 2005. It's a wee bit old. And there's a actual woven, it's woven ribbon covered with beads. That here's cool. That is a button. You can do it on the bag, or you can do it with a button, and then it shows you how to make it like a brooch by putting the stuff around the outside. There's bead stitches. There's not a I wouldn't say it's one of my favourites. I mean, it's okay. It's got lots of instructions in it. Not my sort of style of things, and that's fair. That is. I love that. I actually love that. I do love that one. It's really pretty, isn't it? It's a canister, as you can see that. I do like it. Yes. It shows you how to do that, and there's instructions for that. One or two things. Started out with a tin can, of course. But you don't have many nowadays. They're made out of cardboard, aren't they? A lot of those tins that you buy with coffee and other things in them. They're not real underneath. They're not tins. Ideas. More ideas. Just things, you know, you're going through trying to find something to do. You know, you can find an idea. It's all good. Like I said, it's not a lot of my style, but that's okay. I do like this. And all you got there is just one of those velvet grape leaves, and then you put your grape over the top of it with beading. There he is there. Look, this thing turns out like this, eh? Pretty cool, eh? Sun's nice. The heart. I guess styles come and go, don't they, too? And I love this. I love this feather stitch patch. That's beautiful, isn't it? Well, that's... one of them's in beads. These are in beads, and these are in cotton. I can show you how to do the bead ones tomorrow, I suppose. We'll do some bead stitches. Some beaded stitches. Not too hard to do it all. We could even do the lavender one. We'll see. Well, it won't be tomorrow. It won't be till next week. Sometime. Today's Sunday, so Monday's stitch one. That's pretty. Ribbon embroidery. Nice ribbon embroidery. Actually, it's got a nice lot of stuff in here, hasn't it? Dragonfly. There's a nice little patch there. Sample square. How to do that. Shows you all about it. What you want to put on it. Lots of work. Shows you all how to do it. There you go. So that one there is a beaded crazy quilting one. And then I have, this is one of Judith Montana. She has another name now, so this must have been way back in the olden days before she was married or something, maybe, I don't know. This is a fair age though, this one too. This book, I don't know if it's even got a date in it. Yeah, 86. So it's going back a day or two, isn't it? Mostly these are black and white anyway. Judith Montana, is it Baker or something? The last, I don't know. Now that she wrote this one under those names though, and this is about it. It's all about crazy patchwork. Okay, I don't follow this ideas. Maybe I just do my own thing, and we can do that. There we go. So here's some there, nice patchwork stuff. This is really old, these pieces that she's showing here. Little pieces of work. These ones here, like how they used to make it back in 1930. Crazy quilt made by the author's mother. Oh, okay. Bessie Burns Baker. Yeah, because I'm sure this lady's name had Baker on the end of it. Or maybe she put it on later. But anyway, her mother made that one. That's really cool, isn't it? And they had these cigarette things in them too, which were fabric, which used to be about way back in the olden days, you know? Way back in them olden days. There's not a lot of colour in this, but that's all right. Look and see, here this. It says doilies, hankies, and all that sort of thing was used in them. See, there's the doilies. There's one, a bit of doily. There's a bit more, and some here. And then those cigarette things that they talk about. I don't never ever seen that because I'm not from that era. I've never seen any of them in my life. These are a lot of very busy ones, aren't they? They're made by different people. This is her work here, I think. She does this nice work. And here's the actual pattern for those. And this here, I really love this pastel colour one, which is, to understand that, wouldn't you, really? And these are really nice pieces. I think this is mostly her author's work. And that one there is. I'm sure I've got another one too that she's put out not that long ago. Oh well, not as old as this one, I don't think. But I don't know where that is at the moment. Here's another one with, there's some socks, make some Christmas socks and different bits, and then it shows you too the pieces that you can put together to make them with. This is really nice. I don't use a lot of floral fabric on mine. I probably should have a go. I'm trying to keep away from them things. These are good stitches, all the good stitches, which I probably should, when I'm at a loss for what to do, probably look back in through there, shouldn't I? These trees are really good. Nice that, I like it. So that's a really nice book. I think I was doing crazy patchwork a long time before I managed to get my hands on that. Now, what else have we got? Here's a book of French knots. French knot pictures, okay? That's a job. That is a job, isn't it? This is Christine Harris. This is a job. And I don't know how long I've had this. I probably would have been a lot long after it was published anyway, because I've had it a really long time. This is 94. I imagine I would have got it around about that time, because that was probably when I learned to do a French knot. Okay, so this is all the beginning, of course. Now, I don't think, so here's a knot garden. Oh well, I think they're called knot gardens, aren't they? French knots in a knot garden or some sort of garden, and these are all French knots in this little square. Okay, I hope you can see these close enough because they're only small. Look at this. There's the garden path. Oh, the garden path, look at that. Oh, people are doing the garden path now. This is borders, French knots, all in French knots. And the pram, of course, is not in French knots, but the French knot garden is surrounding that. Shows you all the bits you need for that, all the pieces you need for all the others. Okay, lots of instructions. And it's good to have lots of instructions if you want to be doing something. See, this is the areas that you'll be putting in what you're doing. Look at this here. French knots. And that's the picture. This is what you would have went for. This is what you come up with. Okay? It's taken the idea from that. Made it a bit brighter. This one's cool. It's a blossom tree. All French knots. That's a way to learn to do them. if you struggle. I used to. I don't now because they're real easy actually. It depends how you hold on to it. Is that all? Oh, okay. Well, it's not all because there's lots of good stuff in here, but that just shows you, yeah, that's that one that she did from the picture. Every single bit is a French knot. It's all a French knot picture. Very good book, that one. I like it. Okay, so now what else have I got that I didn't show you the other day? Let me see. I showed you the one with the give me a minute, I see what I got here. I showed you that one, that one, that one, that one. I have one here with a bit of ribbon embroidery in it. This is a bit old and fallen apart, this one. It's not actually ribbon embroidery as much as it's working with ribbon. Of course you can sew with it too. 2014, so this is interesting, by geez. Look at that. You see that? Isn't that cool? And it is falling, like I said, it's falling to pieces. I do like these flowers. And these ones here. But see too, there's another issue that you've got to find the ribbon, and you can too if you look far enough. If you look far enough you might find it. I don't know what they are. Vintage spray. Set of vintage wands. Okay. Right. Oh, look at that fan. Look at the embroidery in that. Look at the flowers in that. Isn't that awesome? I do love this old style of flowers. You know, the vintage look making of the flowers. Look at this. I have to try and see if I can find some. Well, see, that ribbon there's got this little gold edge around it too, but there might be something out there I can find somewhere, eh? Just keep on looking. Starting a sampler. See, this is nice. How they added the beads to around in the edge of it. And I haven't had this book out of the cupboard for a long time, so I might have seen that, then it come back to my brain one day. And I did it one time when it come back to my brain. You know, because they say you remember things that you've seen before. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, look at them. They're wire. That's only wire ribbon. That's nothing. It's not that hard, really, when you get down to the, you know, nitty gritty of it. It's not that bad. Look at this. I love that. There's a lady that puts stuff up on YouTube, and she's got things like she makes like this. They're mostly bouquet things for your flowers and that, you know, that you wear. Look at this. So you make the flower bit, and then you put all those things on, and then you cover it over with that flower bit, and you've got one of those. Oh, look at these ones. Oh, aren't they jazzy? Look at that. Wow. Well, we'll have to look into that, won't we? Try and see if we can have a go at something. Look at them leaves, how they look. Well, see, I've never really done anything out of this because it was broken. It didn't actually belong to me first. It belonged to my mother. It belonged to my mother, yeah. Oh, there. See? It's part of my inheritance. A room full of craft items. Anyway, look at these ones here. Isn't this nice? Look at that. You could just like to look at that. These ones here, look at them. They've got a detached leaf. The leaf's made separate, I think. Oh, it could be stitched onto it. All them little ones. This is nice, look at that. I like that just to start with. That's how you start with it, and then you put your flowers on. Yeah. I'm going to have to cough now. Sorry about that. Okay. And this one's, look at them. You see them in books and you think, oh, what colour I make it? And here is the broken bit. I'm sorry about that, but it's coming apart. I like those too. These are some dimensional stuff. Berry buds, stamens. So these are berries made with the... These are nice flowers, look at that. Aren't they delicious? Really pretty. And the stamen things. The little things you make to put in your hair. There's a lot of leaves. Probably be able to, well, I'd certainly, I'm sure you'd be able to buy this sort of ribbon and these flowers and leaves and things. And you just have to go searching. I'm sure they're out there in the world somewhere. Look at that. Isn't that scrumptious? I had a mouthful of water, sorry about this. These ones here, they're nice, aren't they? I've sort of not been that interested in this because it's not like embroidery, but when you look at it you think, oh well, you know, there's some really good stuff in there that you could do, isn't there? You know, and then put it on your embroidery. Look at this here, this is delicious. Now I could make that, I'm sure I could. I'd have a go anyway. Look at that, look at this one here, isn't this good? So, well, that's gathered up. Oh, I see, I can make that. Goodness. Getting techniques. The techniques. And I don't know if there's a thing in here about... oh, look at that one. See, that's on lace. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, wow. And them ones there? A little bit big. And I think that's why I've never really looked at it much and sort of taken much notice of it, but I intend to do something out of here now, by Jess. I'll just do it a bit smaller, won't I? Turn it into what I like to do. Well, the Artful Ribbon is by Candice Kling. K-L-I-N-G. Isn't that a nice book? Yes. Okay, so now we'll go down to something that's just ordinary. Little pin cushions. Look at this, little pin cushions. I have a lot of books. This is just we're just looking at a couple, okay? Like I did the other day this morning. I think with these pin cushions. So in here you get these pin cushion ideas. I've actually made myself one of those. Then I pulled it apart. So I had it for years and I pulled it apart. So this has got all those really nice pin cushions in here that you can make. And it's really a good, nice little book. It's I like it. I do like pin cushions, so if you like looking at these sort of things. These are vintage, a few vintage ones. You could even make your own and make it look like that anyway, couldn't you? I've done the hat before, way back in the day. Made a hat pin cushion. This is stitches. There's a beehive. Strawberries. They're a bit long, aren't they, I think? Maybe a little bit chubby might have been the right way for a strawberry. This is a little goat. Oh, look at this. You can knit yourself a little pin cushion. There's bananas and things. There's a funny mouse. Oh, I suppose he's not funny, he's a mouse. You know. And a cushion. There's the beehive. There's an egg. You know, you can have an egg for a pin cushion. This is interesting, I like that. Cornflower bird's nice. Look at that. See, you don't have to do it into a pincushion. You can just use these ideas and put it into your work somewhere if you're doing something. I mean, I did make one of those because I thought it was really cool, and then I used it for years and I pulled it to pieces. Actually, I've got one actually sitting on my pincushion stand here now that's got, so it's made in that sort of style. Woohoo! See my pincushion? Isn't it lovely? I put it on a leg. I did a video of making that. Put it on that leg so I can find it. See, it doesn't get hidden down in amongst my stuff. It has got stuff all over it though. Sorry about that. Nice one in a cup. I've made a few of those before too. A turtle. He's cool. This one. That's nice. It's a lid. You know, and you put the lid back on the jar if you want to. Or you can keep it off there, it doesn't matter, it's your choice. There's a dress up one. Kitchen pot holder thing as a pincushion. Lots and lots of them in here. Any sort of style. Some funny looking ones, or some nice looking ones. Like those bugs. That's nice. There's an eyeball. I don't understand people. I'm just a silly old thing. Some sort of things just aren't, don't appeal to everybody, and that's probably a good thing. I love this porcupine thing. He's cool, isn't he? You're stabbing him with pins. There's a hand. You could get a glove and do that. Make it yourself by stuffing it, and then use it for a pincushion, I guess. Maybe that's what they did. Pin pals. Right. Fish, he's cool. Like a cat, yeah, he's a good one. And I think all these decoration, oh, don't tell me it was one of them dolls you put pins in. Probably is, isn't it? They stick pins in the doll. Ah, dear. Anyway, all the designs are in the back of that, so. But anyway, that's not a bad little book. Doesn't say, I think it's not actually a particular person that put it out, it might be just a company, I think. A group of artists put this together, okay, for the original product. Anyway, they're for the original, what's that? I'll put this back here. Right. Now, that might be all for today, I think, because I reckon that's enough, isn't it? You've seen enough today? What have I got in here? No, I showed you all them, I'm sure I did. It doesn't matter anyway, because I think you might have had enough, you know, of me today. So, thank you very much for watching. I know I've done this on the last Sunday and this Sunday, but I couldn't think of anything else to do today, and that without doing more of what I've already been doing. I've got other ideas, but I didn't want to start a big new project. So, anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and please leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Share my videos with someone if you like. Tell people about what you think about me work, stuff like that. And keep coming back and watching me videos. And thank you very much for supporting me. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.